can't read them. Could you?
Smells so good.
I had a honey bun this morning.
So we just landed in Denver, Colorado.
I had a honey bun this morning. It was delicious, by the way. Just for that guy, dude.
How'd you get honey bun?
Dude, I bought it at the gas station, 99 cents.
We made the flight.
We made it.
Barely.
Barely.
Kind of settle down from running through the airport.
We're in Texas! We just landed in Lubbock, Texas, all the way from California. We just made it from, we were just in Denver, 10 degrees. Now it's nice and shiny, but we're heading north. We're heading north.
Yeah, we got
And we're gonna hunt.
2-hour drive ahead of us.
We're gonna hunt Aoudad sheep. Excited. We just got here to the ranch. Our luggage took a little bit of a beating while we were on the airplane, so we just got it out. We got a rock out here at 500 yards, and we're just going to check to make sure the scope is still zeroed.
Audio Jungle.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
It's on.
Did you hear that?
It's the first day of our hunt. We are in northwest Texas. It's the first day of our Aoudad hunt. And we're just checking out. A lot of this country, it's broken up and open. So we have a good vantage point here. We're gonna look it over and see if we can find some Aoudad. Should be a good day. That's the butthole.
What do you got there, Zach?
Some cacti. This is prime Aoudad sheep food. They just gobble that thing up.
Give me a demonstration. You wouldn't hit Dustin like with it.
He goes to kick in, it's gonna stick in your shoe.
I think I am. You recorded me?
Yeah,
This is live? This is real live?
This is like the...
Some kind of like filming thing he started too.
Alright, well we are now coming to the end of day one. Covered a little part of the ranch so far. We've got a lot more to explore in the next few days. We haven't seen any Aoudad yet, but we've seen a lot of sign of them everywhere. So we're gonna get back to the house, we're gonna have some dinner, and hopefully tomorrow morning we're gonna wake up, get up high, and find some Aoudad first thing. day 2. It's a little windy out this morning. It's really cold. We haven't spotted any aoudad yet, but we've been seeing a ton of sign. We have pretty high hopes that we're going to see some aoudad today. We've got a big place to glass right here. A lot of vista. This is a vista that we can see a lot into a lot of these canyons around here. So hopefully we can find one quick. It's our last day in Texas. Our last morning, I should say. It's still a little bit chilly, but today it's supposed to warm up. And we're in a new section of the property that we haven't seen yet, so we're gonna just keep checking, moving on to high spots and checking into ridges. We might do a little, maybe some drives later, see if we can get some of these aoudad, push them out so we can see them. But I'm feeling pretty good about it. We'll see what happens.
Got a spot on your lens, bro.
You are, bro?
Your lens is spot.
Oh. Just get a little circles. Ooh.
Okay. See ya. I'll see you guys later. Huh? Where's the Aoudads? I can't find no Aoudads.
Aoudad.
Barbary sheep?
I think they're over there.
A lot of people call me saying it.
I think they're over there. Like somewhere over there.
In this area. They're in this area.
This is a general spot.
It's terrible. Oh, this is a terrible video.
So I just spotted a ram about 500 yards. He's moving pretty quick, so I'm gonna make this shot pretty quick. And just wish us luck.
You feel pretty steady?
Yeah. Ready? Ready? Lost him.
I didn't.
He's coming out. He's coming out.
Where's he at?
Go right.
Get over, come
What
right,
should I
come
click?
right.
I don't know what to click to.
What? Was it a solid hit?
I don't know. So I just took a shot at the aoudad about 500 yards and I feel confident with the shot. So he ran off just to the right where I shot from and right in the brush, so we don't know exactly if he's down or not, so we're gonna wait it out.
right, everybody, thanks for watching episode 3. Hope you guys enjoyed that hunt from Texas. It's kind of different than something we normally do. One, it's on private property. We had the fortune of hunting the Rimrock Bucks and Bulls Ranch. Brian Peterson, who runs that operation, he's a great guy. He was there along with you guys on the hunt for some of it, right?
Yeah, pretty much the whole trip.
Yeah, which is really cool. Brian's a great guy. Again, I wasn't there, but Dusty and Zach had a great time, and they were raving about it. We typically hunt a lot of public land, guys, but when we got this chance to go and hunt Aoudad in Texas on a ranch, it's really hard to turn that down. So we were really excited about the opportunity to go and do it. I was really bummed that I couldn't get the time off work to go with them, but yeah, shout out to Brian. That was just an awesome setup he had there. I mean, he put you guys up in like a cabin too, right?
Yeah, it was basically a house. Like I don't even know.
Really roughing it.
Yeah,
like how many miles did you have to hike into that house, dude?
About 0.
Yeah, nice. I mean, you know, you guys saw they were riding around in a side by side and just hitting a lot of glassing points. Big open country. Not really, actually not open. Brushy country,
yeah, it was
right?
brushy, and actually the terrain was a lot different than I expected. Going into Texas, I was thinking a little more flat land, but a lot of canyons, brushy country, like Luke said, and yeah, just different terrain than I expected for Texas.
Yeah, and for those of you guys who haven't been following along with previous stuff that we've done prior to this mini series, this is Dustin Janc. He's part of Atlas Outdoors too. This is first post hunt wrap he's been able to sit in on. Yeah. So, how was the lake, dude?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry I got to miss last night.
It's all right, man. You got to do what you got to do. Zach's still at Banana Camp or whatever, but he'll be back tomorrow. Yeah. Anyway, so the other thing is our good buddy Joey Skaggs came along in this hunt, and that was another really cool thing. Joey was willing to come along and help run camera, which is great because with Jason and I both not being able to get away from work, it would have been tough to film that whole hunt with just Zach and you on a gun.
Yeah, near impossible.
So Joey did a great job. Joey, thanks, man. We love you. But yeah, man, give us a little rundown on how the hunt went. I know the video is kind of short. There's only so many clips of glassing and not seeing Aoudad that we could show without.
Well, yeah, it was a little different. That's the first time me or Zach ever hunted Texas, and we didn't know really what to expect. We had to fly in, left Sacramento, flew into Denver, then we had to go into Lubbock, Texas, then a rental car with a little Corolla going down some nasty roads.
You're mobbing in that Corolla.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. But I mean, when we got there, the thing that we didn't expect was the weather. We got there and it was like really cold. We saw the highs were before we got there in the 60s, but the weather changed dramatically once we got there, and it was like in the 20s. So that's one thing that kind of we weren't really prepared for. And then going around a side by side, it was really cold every day. The terrain, like I said, was different than I expected. Just there was pockets of open areas, but we could glass. But I think the weather kind of changed everything. That's why we couldn't find Aoudad right off the bat, was the weather. I think they're just hunkered down.
Yeah, it was windy the whole time too, right?
Yeah, very windy, but you know,
it worked out in the end, man.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, it was like kind of picture perfect. The last day we were driving around trying to find something like crazy glassing spots, like the best spots Brian thought were the best spots on the ranch. So we went to high points, and like an hour before the sun went down, we spotted that Aoudad and got to a good vantage point and set up in a good spot. Very little wind and about a 500-yard shot, and we put a good shot on him, and only went like 40 yards and dropped.
Yeah, that was a great shot, man. That 280 Ackley improved. That thing's a tack driver.
Yeah, Snowy Mountain's got it down.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, that is a custom build from Snowy Mountain Rifles, and that 280 Ackley, it's not a light gun to carry, but man, it can
pack a punch.
It can punch the paper, man. That thing is a little tack driver, so we're lucky to have it. that's it, man. If you guys have any questions from this episode, be sure to comment down below. Remember, we are still giving away a t-shirt and a reloading tray from Snowy Mountain Rifles in each episode based on who leaves a comment. And you know, your odds are pretty good in that comment thread right now to win something. So that's pretty cool, guys. Make sure, if you have any questions about this hunt, if you have any questions about anything else at all, we'll do our best to answer the questions in each video the next day. That's a pretty good segue to answer some questions and address some comments from last night's video, which was episode 2 of our high country blacktail hunt in California. We had a lot of fun on that hunt. But real quick, I'm just going to run through these comments and we're going to answer some of the questions for you guys. So Brad Appleton asked, did that buck ever get shot by any other hunters that you know of? No, we hope not.
Not that we know of.
As far as we know, we're going to go kill him again this year. Well, we're going to go try to kill him again this year. The area we're in does not get a lot of traffic, and it's in kind of one of those spots that might get overlooked even by people who are going in there. So we're really hopeful. Zach's really hopeful that buck is still in there.
So am I.
I'm kind of thinking about sneaking in there during archery season, maybe put an arrow in him before Zach can get at him. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that. We hope that buck's still alive. We have plans to go look for him again. So stay tuned for that, hopefully. Thanks for the question, Brad. Chris Scritchfield said, what prompted the switch from Canon to Sony? We did kind of talk about in the last episode, someone asked what kind of camera equipment we were using. So we have, over the last couple of years, kind of been transitioning from Canon cameras to Sony cameras. I think one of the biggest reasons for that was just what Sony was doing to be innovative especially in the realm of video with it's mirrorless, so it's not an SLR, but essentially with a DSLR body. Sony was really stepping their game up with its abilities in low light.
Yeah. That's where really we take advantage of the low lights.
Yeah, you know, so much of hunting happens early in the morning, late in the day, twilight hours, that gray light period. We need to capture as much light as we can to make this video worth watching, pretty much. So a big reason for us was that ability to crank up that ISO if we have to run that camera in low light. We are still kind of transitioning on some of our lenses from Canon to native lenses on Sony. Canon makes great glass, so it's kind of hard to let some of that go. But there's also some great glass available for Sony. So
now, all three of us use Sonys, so we can still interchange the lenses.
Exactly. So we are running the Metabones adapter and still using a few of those old Canon lenses from prior. But yeah, the biggest reason is definitely the ability to perform in low light. Second, the body on the Sony cameras is lighter and easier to carry. It doesn't matter that much when you throw a 6-pound lens in there, but
and don't forget the slow motion too.
Right. Yeah, the slow motion capabilities on these Sonys is definitely a big plus. We have to tone it down sometimes on how much slow motion we use because it's so awesome. But so that's it. Could talk too long on that, so I'm going to move on. Thanks for the question, Chris. Garrett Lassiter asks, how far was the buck when Zach first spotted him? So that buck was over 800 yards when Zach was filming him in that phone scope. And he was also on the move. So we definitely decided it was way better to kind of slow play that, hopefully get another opportunity at that buck when we could get a little bit closer to him. When he picked him up, it wasn't a lot of time before that buck was into the timber, through a saddle, and over the backside of a ridge. So while that Ackley is surely capable of making a shot at that range, like that's really stretching it for us. We're gonna make every effort we can to get close, and with a buck moving like that, it just wasn't an option for us. So it didn't pan out. The buck didn't come back out and give us a chance to shoot him, but we also didn't shoot him in the ham or blow off a leg or anything, trying to take a shot that was a little questionable. So Thanks for the question, Garrett. Last question from last night's video comes from Dawson Coates. Have you guys ever hunted the East Coast? So, no, not me.
Nope.
I've never even hunted a whitetail.
No. Farthest east I've been is Texas and
Yeah, this is
Colorado.
as East Coast as it gets for hunting for us so far is Texas. So, I mean, it'd be cool to go hunt some whitetail. I've never done it.
Oh yeah, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's a long drive. You got to drive past a lot of mule deer and elk to get there, but you know, someday maybe we will. Thanks, Dawson, for that. We're gonna kind of keep this one a little bit short, guys, but we do still have some things to give away, and again, we're gonna be giving away the shirt that we gave away last night, same one, and another Snow Mountain Rifles built aluminum reloading tray. So we're gonna do the tray first. Here it is, built aluminum reloading tray from Snowy Mountain Rifles, and this one is going to Skid Mark. Marky Mark, congratulations, dude. This is on your way. Hit me up with your address, and we'll get this thing in the mail for you, man. You're gonna have to start building bullets instead of building arrows, buddy. Congrats on that. And then, you wanna hold that up?
Yeah.
The OWO logo tee is gonna go to Brad Appleton, who was one of our comments tonight that we addressed. So congrats, Brad. Thanks to everybody who is leaving comments on our videos. One, we just really appreciate the interaction with you guys. We want to make this kind of an open forum with the people that we're blessed to have following along the story. So any questions you guys might have after this hunt, anything else, please drop a comment down below. And don't forget the grand prize giveaways that we're going to do after episode 5. That is still open to everybody. If you click the description link down below, and there's a link that says giveaways. You click the giveaway link, it will take you to our website where you put in your email address, your first and last name, and that gets you put into the drawing for all the goodies. The Green Mountain Grill, the Kuiu pack, the big package from Wilderness Athlete. What am I missing? Kestrel knife.
Kestrel knives. What else you got?
Good stuff, guys. So,
Spot hog.
oh
Release.
yeah, Spot Hog site
Yeah.
and a Spot Hog release. Those are all going to go to individuals who get drawn for that. It's not one package that goes to one person. So, I just checked the number on that list today, and you guys still have some really good odds on that stuff. So, if you're watching this and you haven't hit that giveaway button yet, make sure you get in on that, and we'll be announcing that after the last episode of this series, episode 5. So, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Help us out, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll do our best to keep bringing you good content, hopefully good content.
Yep.
Right?
Yes, we will.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right,
Thanks.
guys, good night.